Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to Talking Fish. Felt like it's been forever, but it's only been 1 week. Took the week off for Christmas for a few reasons. I wanted to hang out with family, and I know like I didn't want to bother guests or people or whatever, this and that. And then didn't get to hang out with family because a Christmas bug hit our house and not in like the fun festive way. So me and my wife, really her, I had a little bit, but we're finally coming around, which is nice. Trust me on that. But yeah, so feel like it's been forever. Anyhow, this is going to be released on New Year's Eve, so be the last podcast of the year. So I thought, what better way for the last podcast of the year just do like a year end recap, and then a little bit of what I'm hopefully going to do next year. Will I get to all of it? No, but I got some cool stuff I'm working on, stuff I'm excited to do. Still excited for the podcast, excited for this. It was only 1 week that I didn't put one out. That was the week of Christmas, and honestly, I missed it. It's kind of weird. This year, the recap's probably going to be a lot better because I wrote a few things down like I always do. This started in mid-October. This idea probably started around August, October. By the time did my research, blah blah blah, went live mid-October. And since then, it's been a blast. It's been a good ride. Can't thank everybody enough of a lot of positive feedback. So some of the things we've had a few guests so far. We even had one that was out of state, pretty cool. I'm sitting here on the shores of Buckeye Lake in my little studio, if you will. It's just a spare bedroom, but we'll call it a studio to sound fancy. Um, but yeah, and he was in West Virginia, so I mean that's pretty cool. The technology, still learning. We'll get it. We'll get to that. Well, it's I'm still learning quite a bit. But yeah, I mean, this year was great. Started in mid October, like I said. We had a few guests, had a few things that I've done on my own, and then a few things that you may or may not have seen. I know I mentioned, like, got invited to a fly fishing club here in Central Ohio out of Newark. That was great. Hopefully, that leads to some content, some fly fishing stuff, just little things like that. It's been awesome that people have reached out to me and like, hey, I'm into this. You want to come check it out? Yeah, I do. At the end of the day, I like to fish. All fishing's super interesting to me. It might not be what I do. Like fly fish, I've never fly fished, but the guy that was the guest speaker that night was a guide on the Mad. Hopefully, I'm going to reach out to him, hear back from him. Hopefully, I can get him on because I mean, you could just tell he was ate up with catching fish and chasing fish. I mean, you when you talk to people, you can just tell like, man, it consumes them. So things like that were super cool. Ice Fish Ohio, being a part of that's been great. We had the ice fishing open house at Lakeside Pro Bass up at Indian Lake. Went over ice safety gear. Some people came in. There's other people there that were directing people on baits and certain things to buy and what works for them and what works here, what works there. Just that was really neat to be a part of and to be there. Bill Baum was nice enough to let me film him on the ice safety video, so that was neat. Let's see here, I've done some of the dock tournaments with Ice Fish Ohio, and that's been pretty fun. I did those in the past already, but I like doing them. I filmed a couple of them this year, and I'm going to plan on doing that. And I'll get into that here a little bit later on, as far as future plans. Um, so a few things that from mid October to now that I've learned. Number one, it's a lot harder and a lot more work than I thought it would be. Uh, Now, don't get me wrong. Is it 40 plus hours a week? Is it your day job? No. But when it's not your day job and you're trying to learn technology, you're trying to fit stuff in between your schedule, somebody else's schedule. There's days, you really, when you get off of your day job, you don't feel like doing something, but you got to. I take this serious. I hope you guys can see that, can hear that, that this isn't just a hobby. I mean, I try to do it every week, you know, Christmas, personal reasons, and I didn't want to bother other people. Took 1 week off since mid-October. But man, the amount of time and energy it takes to make a podcast and to edit it, I underestimated a little bit. I guess the people that are established that do it all the time that you listen to regularly make it seem easier than it really is. And they probably also, the big ones, they have a team behind them. They have a whole studio. No excuses. I mean, I love it. I'm just being real with you. Just here's some takeaways I had. And the tech issues, man. I didn't realize how much tech I was going to have to learn. And maybe to some people, it's not that big of a deal, but downloading software, editing, videos, you name it. Randy Minch, Ohio Valley Anglers Edge, great guest. I hope he comes back on. I think he will. I don't know if everyone heard the whole story. We talked for over an hour that night. And like I said, he was our first out of state guest. And long story short, I ended up with about 32 minutes of usable audio. Technical glitch, lessons were learned. Hopefully it wouldn't happen again. But man, over half of that was pretty much gone just in thin air. So, and he understood that. I talked to him since and we just laughed it off. It's like, well, I guess we'll just have to have another episode, which was great because people really liked it. He was a good guest as far as the numbers go. And that's another thing too. The numbers, I think I thought it would be just jump off the page right off the rip. And that's not the case. The numbers have been good. Nothing, I don't know what I was expecting, but man, it's work. It's definitely work. And I'm here to work and to get the numbers and to get the people, and I enjoy it. And I love when people, especially the people that I wouldn't expect that just randomly come up, like at work or something, like, hey, I listened to this part and I really liked it. And that was pretty cool. You didn't cut that mistake out. It really made me laugh. And some of these are people who don't even fish. So yeah, I mean, that's just learning. It's pretty cool to hear that and to see it. And then on the like Spotify and YouTube, they do a really good job at telling you like who's listening, their ages, like the analytics. And that's just really neat. It's fun for me to see. It makes all this work and effort worthwhile. It makes me like makes me proud. Like, oh, it's cool, man. Like that video did X, that video did Y. I still haven't figured out sometimes how it works because you'll do me and a couple other people that have some YouTube stuff out. We were talking, it's like, man, you do this video and you're like, that was killer. I loved it. It's gonna be great. And it does like 4 views. And then there's one you're just goofing off and it does like 800. So that's been fun to navigate. That's kind of been a, you know, not a difficult road, but just a new road. It's uncharted water for me. But yeah, so still learning the tech. I'm getting a lot of the issues figured out. If you've listened to them from day one till now, they're sounding better, transitioning better. At least I hope so. Um, so yeah, I'm working on that. And then another thing I've done is I added a GoPro to, I guess, my arsenal, my technology arsenal. And what I'm hoping to do with it, I'll get into more. I'm gonna shoot. I've already done some videos on YouTube, and we'll get into that here in a little bit. But the cool thing is, I think the audio is really good, and the picture's amazing on it. It's got 4K, then plus if I want to run it like that. But the nice thing is, it's just as like I said, I'm learning and I'm serious about this. So I'm trying to grow, and what the GoPro is going to let me do, video content for YouTube, which you can see I've done a couple videos on the dock tournaments. We'll get to that in a bit. But what's nice is if I'm somewhere remote, I can shoot the podcast in the form of a video, which no different than what I'm doing right now. I got my laptop, I got my phone, my mic, mixer, all that. It's just another tool in my bag. But it's I don't want to say it's a fail safe, but because there's going to be some issues. I've already experienced some. It ensures me it's a comfort blanket that I'm not going to lose my content. My content's your content. It's for everybody. So it's just a little fail safe for me. Picked it up. Got a Hero Black 13. It's phenomenal. Got a heck of a deal on it on Marketplace. It's one of those spur of the moments. I wasn't sure. I was dabbling in. Do I get a GoPro? Do I not? I mean, I'm not my YouTube channel, my podcast. What are we gonna do? Stumbled on that. Had to take the chance, and it's only gonna help the channel. I'm just gonna call it the channel from now on. Probably it's gonna help the channel. Man, it just gonna calm my nerves a little bit because man, when you do something like the interview with Randy and you lose half of it, it's takes the wind out of your sails, especially when it was so natural and flowing and was just I mean, just guys talking fishing, which this is the whole purpose of this. But yeah, I didn't let it discourage me. Went out, upgraded a little bit with the GoPro. Um, and then a couple other things just to touch on about the year end. Scheduling stuff's a lot. That's another thing that's a little bit more difficult than I realize. I'm busy. I'm gonna say I don't even know 99% of everyone I'm talking to, reaching out to, they don't make their living in the fishing industry or the content world, however you want to look at it. Pretty much everyone's got a day job and then they do XYZ on the side, or they do XYZ, like, they fish tournaments for fun. I should say for fun. They're serious, but that's not where they make their living. Between everyone's work schedule and let's call it play schedule, mm, it's hard to make things work. And if you've reached out to me and I've reached out to you and we've talked and then you haven't heard anything, I haven't forgot you. Everyone's kind of in like a pot, basically, if you will. And I reach out to usually 1 to 2 people per, I don't know, couple weeks, month or so. What I don't want to do is reach out to a bunch of people, then all of a sudden, say Wednesday night at 8, I have 3 people that say they can make it, they can log in, blah blah blah, shoot a podcast. Well, then I got to tell somebody no, and that's not what I intend to do. So I've been very very cautious on when I reach out to people because I value everyone's time. I'm busy, they're busy. I would hate to tell somebody, man, I already got somebody on today. I, that's just not what I want to do. So that's just a couple real live look into if think about doing a podcast, man. These are real things, bumps in the road, nothing crazy. They're definitely you can work around them, but like I said, if I've reached out to you, we've talked in the past, you're not forgotten. It's just for whatever reason, who knows? The time isn't now, but I have a list. I'm going to get better. I'm actually going to probably get a whiteboard or something. You won't ever be able to see it because it'll be off the screen. And I'm going to start logging some stuff just to be a little bit better organized and to serve everyone better, do a better job, stay more organized. But yeah, I mean, that's pretty much since mid-October what we've done. We've covered a lot of topics, did a little bit of ice fishing, walleye fishing, river fishing, kayak fishing. Um, Talked a little bit about fly fishing, but we didn't go over it real deep. Hopefully, we'll get more into it. But I can't thank everybody enough. From October to now, it's been great. It's been fun. It's been one heck of a ride. Yeah, I don't know. It's just been I'm definitely still enjoying it. So what's my plan moving into next year? So got a few things I want to do. And like I said, I'm going to put not a lot. I'm going to put a few things out there and just being honest and realistic. All of these things probably won't happen. This is like, I guess, my perfect scenario wish list of some things that I want to do, but I also know there's going to be some things that fall through for one reason or another. But there's also going to be some cool things I can imagine that just pop up like, hey, you want to go do this? You want to be involved? Boom, yes. So this is just like a basic outline of X talking fish, what I'm trying to accomplish. And yeah, so I hope you enjoy it. But so next year's plan, number one, keep the podcast going. Like I said, a ton of feedback. I appreciate it. I know a lot of people like it. So yeah, I'm still shooting for one a week. So far, I've been able to do that, minus Christmas, which obviously that's for a reason. And I may take some time here and there if there's a holiday or whatever. It's for fun. This is definitely for fun. It's entertainment. It's fishing. But the plan is stay on the one a week schedule. I like the Wednesdays. Let me know if Wednesdays don't work and there's a different day. Um, it's not the end of the world. I guess for me, it just would change my schedule, how I gather things and edit things. But so far, I like the Wednesdays. Hopefully, y'all do too. And if you don't, let me know. Drop a comment and just tell me what day you prefer. And then, like I said, I got a GoPro. So if you go to the YouTube page, it's Talking Fish 101. Search it. If you're not already on it, like, subscribe. And the cool thing is, once you subscribe to that or Spotify, anytime something new comes out, it'll let you know. But I've done a couple like 30-minute videos. Right now, there's two of them that are from the Ice Fish Ohio dock tournaments. Yes, there was no ice. I get it. That's why it's the dock tournament, because there was no safe ice. But anyhow, those have went over very well. The time I'm talking right now, the one's over 1,000 views, and the other one's rapidly getting there, actually at a faster rate than the first one. So, does that mean anything? Maybe not, but what it tells me is that people like it and people want to see it. So, I plan on, since I have the GoPro that I can use for podcast stuff, why not? I already have it, it's paid for. I'm going to try to put out, I'm shooting for like one fishing video a month. Now, hopefully I can do more, but like I said, the technology things, it's a learning curve, and editing video is a lot different and in my opinion a lot harder than editing a podcast. It just is what it is. So, I don't want to oversell or overpromise. Oh, I'm going to have podcast a week and a YouTube video a week. That's not going to happen. I wish it would, and maybe it will one of these days. But I'm going to focus on just trying to put out good stuff that people like to see, listen to, just good fishing content in general. So, moving into next year, I'm going to strive to keep the podcast on weekly and then shoot for one fishing content video a month. That's not the podcast. I mean, a lot of the podcasts have videos, especially if I film them with the GoPro, but I'm talking like actually on the water, fishing, whatever it may be. So stay tuned for that. That will be on the YouTube channel, Talking Fish 101. But I'm excited for that. It seems like a lot of people's like that so far. The Columbus Fishing Expo, it's coming up, I think the end of January. It's not too far away, but I'm going to be there as far as just a regular person like anybody else walking around, and I'll have the GoPro, I'll have my camera, have some other things, hopefully to get some good content as far as new baits, new products, what's on sale, what's this, what's that. And if you don't get a chance to go, it, it'll be on the channel. So that's one thing I'm definitely gonna, that one, unless I get sick or something, that one's a go. I've talked to some people, they're gonna let me, I guess, maybe use their area to charge stuff and this and that. So yeah, I'm excited for that. I'm gonna get into that one for sure. Like I said, unless something, I get sick or whatever, but that for sure will happen. Dock tournaments, the Ice Fish Ohio guys still putting on dock tournaments. I know there's one coming up in January, probably this week, and like the third or fourth, I think. Not 100% sure where it's going to be yet. At least as of right now, and I'm recording this, I don't know. when I do know, I have been posting their stuff on my Facebook page, Talking Fish. Check it out, or check out their Facebook page, Ice Fish Ohio. As they continue to do dock tournaments, hopefully we get some safe ice. They'll do some ice tournaments. Last year they did a kids day up at Indian. They do that again. I'll be there, document it. I was there last year just as a visitor with my godsons. So yeah, that stuff is going to continue to be YouTube on the YouTube channel as far as videos and whatnot. Could be podcast, could not, but that stuff's going to be covered. And while I'm talking about that real quick, I mentioned my godsons. This year was really cool. I didn't do it on Facebook. I'm not really sure why, but on YouTube Shorts, TikTok, and Instagram, I did my Fishman Advent calendar that my godsons get me. It's a family tradition. I think it's like the third year in a row they got it for me, and that was pretty cool because my wife used to film these videos every night of me opening it, and we send them to the boys. So this year she's like, "Hey, you got all this stuff. Why not put it on the internet now?" And that was great. Everyone's response was awesome. I know they liked watching it. It was pretty funny. I heard one of them, I guess, told one of their classmates, my uncle's a real YouTuber, So stuff like that, that's kind of cool. It's fun. It's funny for me to hear. But I appreciate everybody just along for the ride for that. That was great because that's special to me and my family, and it crosses the line a little bit with fishing and family. But appreciate everyone being involved with our tradition there, and just liking it because more than anything, the godsons loved it. So thanks for being a part of that. But moving forward, I said the dock tournaments. There'll definitely be some kayak stuff coming out next year. Not 1,000% sure what that'll look like. Definitely some fishing, probably like a video or two on YouTube channel. If I can find a kayak dock tournament, I don't think I can commit to a series just with my work schedule. Um, so I don't want to sign up for that, but if I can find a random one here and there to get in, I think it'd be cool just to I like to try to get into one kayak tournament and document. So I could maybe do a video, but for sure a podcast on my experience, pros, cons, how it works. So just, if you're on the fence like I am, you've never done one, you kind of have a little better idea going into it, what to expect. So that's something I'd like to try to get on this coming season. And then there's still in works trying to get up to Michigan for an ice fishing trip. I think I've mentioned it a couple times. That's talk about hard to schedule. You're trying to schedule, with you and some friends work schedule, trying to schedule around work schedules, and then you throw in Mother Nature and ice formations. So that one's it's up in the air, but I'm hoping to get there and then just probably do a podcast on it, just like, hey, this is where we stayed. This is, here's a rough idea what it costs. Cause I know I'm looking into it. It would be pretty cool if somebody broke this down, like good, best, better. I don't know. Or I stayed here and there was roaches, whatever. But, that's still a possibility. Trying to work that out. I hope, fingers crossed, we can make that Michigan trip because it would be my first out of state fishing trip, period. And then first out of state ice trip. It'll just be a blast. So, and if that happens, I'll document a few things, just like travel expenses. Like I said, let's see. Then I threw down on this is what's really cool. I threw this out on like the very first podcast, I believe, like, hey, you got a boat? I got a podcast. Well, I've had a couple people reach out to me and like, hey, let's do some stuff on the boat. Well, few things. Hasn't happened yet, mainly because the ice down by the house has been not fishable, really. Like, you can't really get on it. You can't cast through it. You can't really get a boat on it, but it wasn't enough really to get on and ice fish. It's since gone away, but now it's going to be cold again, so it may be back. But that that weird ice, non-ice, however you want to describe it, kind of goofed everything up. But I'm looking forward to it. I got a few irons in the fire on that. A few people that's reached out to me. And now that I got the GoPro, that's another reason I picked up the GoPro. That's gonna make it a lot easier because there was one person that reached out right away and they're like, "Hey, let's do this." And I'm like, man, I kind of put my foot in my mouth because how am I supposed to do that? With just a phone on a tripod, it's gonna fall in the water. I'm not gonna have a phone anymore. But so yeah, so I got the equipment, and some of them guys have the equipment too. So I'm looking forward to that. It'll just be fun. Couple dudes on a boat fishing, catching fish. Hopefully, definitely talking fish. So yeah, I'm gonna hopefully have a few things on some boats, and maybe we'll just if these people fish tournaments, I don't know if they'll let them go over their setups. I don't know how secretive or not they would be with their electronics and this and that, but regardless, it's going to be a good time no matter what they choose to let out of the bag. Then we got some great guests lined up still. I've never stopped working on guests. Like I said, from day one, there's people I've been in contact with that whatever, one reason or another on their end, my end, both ends hasn't made it work, but they're still interested. Heck, I was texting people earlier today about, hey, what's going on? Can we get together this coming week? I got some free time. So we'll just see how it goes, but still going to have some really good guests lined up. Keep going with that. Bait makers, tournament fishers, regular fishermen's, whatever. There's a guy that I've talked to a couple times online, and he wades the rivers a lot and he does really good. So I'd like to get him on. We've talked, like I said, he's one of them guys. I mean, when I say we've talked a few times, I didn't forget you. You're one of them. It's just, you know, sometimes it's just there's almost too much going on. But so we'll have some cool stuff going on with that. And then hopefully I got a few feelers out to work with some other channels and go fishing with them. Obviously, High Valley's Angler's Edge, Randy's been amazing. He's a wealth of knowledge. If you couldn't tell, if you haven't listened to the episode he was on, please look back at it. I think it's the one before this because I took Christmas off. Some or maybe two. Anyhow, um, hopefully we can link up. We have the same kayak. So that would be kind of fun. Go down to his neck of the woods, or if he comes up here. But there's a few other channels out there. I'm trying to get just things to line up. You know how it is, and just I guess collaborate with a few other people and grow the experience, grow the audience. I mean, just have fun and fish. And so anyhow, I'll quit rambling on. But so that's that's what happened last year. Like I said, it was very small. Mid October to now, December 31st. And this is what I'm, remotely within reason looking to try to accomplish for this year, 2026. Let me know. I've said it a few times, but comment, let me know what you guys want to see, want to hear. I'm dead serious. I mean it from the bottom of my heart. If it's something, it's something that's not on my radar, let me know and I'll try to get it on my radar and I'll try to get it out to you guys. If that's podcast, if that's a video, if that's getting somebody that knows way more than me about it. I mean, I've think so far I've proven that hopefully I've earned your trust enough that that's what I'm here to do. So if there's anything you guys are really really wanting to see, hear about, and I haven't mentioned it, let me know and I will do my best to get on that. So yeah, I mean, like I said, I say it every time because I have to. It's part of the business. Like, comment, subscribe. It only helps the algorithms. It helps get the channel and the content out to more and more people, which opens more and more doors, which just helps me be able to bring to you guys better and better content. And as the channel grows and the content gets better, so is my technology skills, so is my editing skills. So yeah, and I'll get to meet people that's done it longer than me, blah blah blah. So like, comment, subscribe. It's a big deal. I appreciate it. It means the world to me. And like I said, this is gonna be out New Year's Eve. So with New Year's Eve, just be safe. be responsible. Um, that's all I can say. Have a safe New Year's Eve. So you can come out and fish. Hopefully you catch some fish on New Year's Eve. Get out and whack a few before the season's or the year's over. Send the year off on a good note, maybe a full string or whatever that might be. But yeah, be safe and just look forward to hearing from everybody next year and putting out more fishing content. And we'll see what next year brings. Hopefully, a lot more fish, some cool adventures. I don't know. I've thought about it, but I don't know who would watch it. Part of me wants to film a video where I go out and get skunked because all these YouTube people, it's always like home run, home run, home run. Kind of want to film. Let me know. Would that be something you guys would watch? Like, I don't know if like it's real for sure, but it's like, man, somebody really want to watch somebody go through the process and catch nothing. But it happens to all of us, it happens to me. So anyhow, can't thank you guys enough for a great year it's been so far. And until next year, I'll catch you right here talking fish.